Hello Sagittarius, this is your astrological and card forecast for the week starting October 10th, 2016. This also applies to Sagittarius moons and Sagittarius risings out there. Hello, how are you? So, I did want to clear something up in the beginning of this video. I hope that's okay. I'm going to do it anyway. I noticed some comments before about how I did not really acknowledge Mercury going into Libra at the end of last week on the 7th, and there's a very good reason for that. I already did in the monthly astrology horoscopes, which is definitely more for that kind of seasonal, long-term, shifty kind of stuff. And I really want to keep the weekly astrology side on the day-to-day. And so it just kind of didn't fit in. And I didn't want it to be kind of like a cut and paste of the monthly astrology going into your weekly astrology. So I hope you understand that. I hope you all understand that. If you are interested in the monthly astrology horoscopes for October, of course, you can always go to the main channel page and look at the playlist there. It's going to be there, October 2016 monthly astrology. And again, we're still working it out, seeing what works for everybody. So what's going on here with this week with your astrology, Sagittarius? Well, Mercury did move into Libra, into your 11th house of friendships and social networking, and it's going to be there for a good few weeks. And so all the while, we're going to be noticing you getting a lot more popular, a lot more socially active, spending a lot more time outside the house, but also hatching a lot of opportunities to start ticking off some items on your personal bucket list. And this week begins it. That is not even one of my cats. I don't know if you heard that meow. That is a cat outside. Really loud. Everyone's disturbed. So this week we're going to have an opportunity to get started on one of them right away. And that's going to be around Tuesday. We might not embark on it, but we might, kind of get pen to paper here. With Mercury conjunct Jupiter in your 11th house of friendships and social networking, you and a close friend, definitely one of your tightest in your inner circle, are basically going to begin hatching this plan, this labor of love together, going on this quest together, or at least getting this quest, set in motion. And when I say bucket list, this definitely talks about a major goal you want to achieve in this lifetime. Luckily, this person is also on the same page. And so whatever is happening between Tuesday and Wednesday this week, I do feel like you and this friend are almost going to make sort of like a blood vow, a blood pact, like we are going to get this done, whatever this is. This could be a new business. I'm not sure what kind of adventure this is going to be for you, because it can mean a lot for many different kinds of Sagittarians, but it does seem to play a big role in, again, getting a lifelong ambition off the ground. On Thursday, we have Mercury, again, in that 11th house of friendships and social networking, forming a bit of a clash to Mars in your 2nd house of earned income. And this is a clash for a lot of people anyway, okay? It happens in astrology. And when Mercury and Mars clash, we tend to have a bit of an issue where we've got a bit of motor mouth that can cause some serious problems around an issue that already exists. In this case, this might have to do with friends and money. For you, Sagittarius. There could be some problems with a friend who will not chip in. You may be feeling like there's a friend in your life, or a relative, or a roommate who's just kind of becoming more of a sponge. You may also feel like maybe there is a clash between the boundaries of work and play with an office friend or an office pal, and there seems to be a deregulation or an imbalance in the way we relate to each other that we are going to have to work out towards the end of this week. I would be very careful, though, when it comes to maybe overstating your grievances, because oversharing or maybe being overly repetitious with our complaint can be a problem when you have these energies clashing together, because sometimes if a person just hears the same thing over and over and over again, it really overwhelms them and hits them harder than you intended to. So that's your astrology for the week. What is going on with your cards? Well, let's have a look at your spiritual advice. We do have the card of the Ragnarok for your spiritual advice, and this is sort of like the tower card of this deck. Okay, and this is basically talking about you, Sagittarius, needing to start initiating some final endings, some finality in your life. Now, this could be talking about ending relationships. This could be talking about a lot of you deciding it's time to move on from a stagnant situation or a stagnant undertaking in your life. Maybe you've been feeling like there is something holding you back. Where's the ball and chain in your life right now? Where is the burden? It's talking about unburdening yourself, getting yourself away from that which is actually kind of weighing you down. And sometimes the Ragnarok card, I actually spoke about this, the Libras as well, it can talk a lot about where unfinished business is actually energetic clutter in our lives. You know, the unclosed issues, the things nobody's over, all of that big list of stuff that is just not clean and cleared does actually take up so much room sometimes that we can't manifest anything new. And so this is a week where we have an opportunity to clean out that closet. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and your finances, we have the Two of Pentacles inverted. This can be a really nice card for a lot of you Sagittarius people, especially if you have been feeling like you have been carrying way more than your fair share, because we are actually downsizing our responsibilities this week, but we are not downsizing our income. In fact, the Two of Pentacles inverted can often show where we are actually dropping some of the more superfluous and unnecessary activities or routines that don't seem to be paying off very much anyway. And this can also be a great week for those of you who are looking to unburden yourself of a debt. This could actually be a great time to start releasing debt, maybe even renegotiating a payment plan or getting something actually closed, maybe even written off in terms of favors, obligations. There may be even some things on, as far as like a list that you have to do for work, where you have your workload shrinking this week. But again, we don't have you losing money, so it's a win-win all the way around. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends and your relatives and the others in your life, we've got the Ten of Swords inverted. This is one of those cards that's bad upright and good reversed. It happens. And with the Ten of Swords reversed, we tend to see an opportunity for a second chance. And a second chance that means a clean slate as well. And this could be with a friend that maybe it's one of the friends that we're fighting with, or maybe it's a friend that we've been dying to get closer to, or that we've missed, or, maybe we've tried getting closer to this person over recent weeks and months, but, we're kind of working on the second chance anyway. Maybe because it's being too long. Second chances are coming, though, for you. You may have thought a lot of these things were dead and gone or just not available, or maybe this person was no longer interested or accessible. Totally wrong. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Four of Swords upright. This week, Sagittarius, you really do need to pay attention to making sure that you don't just max out your schedule because you can. All right, don't max out your pocketbook just because you can. The Four of Swords is actually saying this is a week where a lot of you need to be focusing on recharging your batteries, whether it's for the sake of your physical or mental health, or simply for the sake of getting some of your own energy back. Find a way to actually get some rest in, and try not to overdo it when it comes to too much strenuous activity. Because with the Four of Swords, it's also saying you do need to allow your environment to catch up with you. I think a lot of you Sagittarius people have been extremely industrious since Mars moved into Capricorn at the end of September, but if we get super far ahead of our environment, there's only so far we can go, and then we start to burn ourselves out. The environment does have to catch up with us, and so I think that this is a perfect week to take a break. We're not talking about the tortoise and the hare, you're not going to fall behind, but I definitely think that you should. For your communications, we already did that. Your emotions with water. In your romantic life, we do have the Page of Swords upright, which is actually, again, a very, very nice card for you and a sweetheart or you and a crush, because this is talking about an opportunity to get really close and much more personal with each other, because the Page of Swords always talks about playful investigating, okay, indulging of curiosity, kind of playing 20 questions with our sweetheart, really kind of learning again or relearning what really makes them tick. And this could happen with a crush. This will most likely happen with your partner. But again, I think this is in the interest of sharing. And it's really going to bring them closer to you because I think they're going to be sharing information with you that they don't share with everybody. You may have been with your partner for quite some time, but still there are some things that people just don't get ready to share, or maybe they don't feel like ever sharing things by the light of day. Whatever this is, don't take it personally that it took so long to share it with you. In fact, that's probably a pretty selfish thing to do. But realize that you do get to enjoy a very unique opportunity to get this close where a lot of people may not. So that is your forecast, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.